Shay Renee. So let's just get into it, shall we? What's up, y'all? It's your girl Shay Renee, and we are back to talk about Beyond the Gates. Okay, now y'all, I look extremely crispy because I have just come back from vacation. I am back home base, okay, and the edges, child, it's time to take my hair out. The pool and took care of all of that. But a time was had, and just know that a time was extremely had with my family. But y'all, let's get into Beyond the Gates, okay? So I'm only going to recap not this week, but the 2 weeks beforehand because Chad, I missed them. So we about to go back and talk about them. But also I wanted to apologize because I've been working with this camera. Y'all, my camera is just giving me a foolish time, okay? And it's just getting ridiculous. It's getting ridiculous. But nevertheless, we are here. The camera is on. So let me find my notes real quick while y'all come in. Thank you. Shout out to the 3 people that are already here. Come on into the chat, y'all. Come on into the room. I'm going to give, once we get to the 5-minute mark, we're going to go ahead and get started with the review. And I might have to talk about some of the things that happened this week as well, because the people are showing off, okay? The people are extremely showing off. Let me go back and find my girl D is in the building. Did I see her pop up on the chat? Hey D, what's going on? Thank you so much for joining. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. All right, y'all. I got to celebrate my husband's birthday this past weekend. We had an amazing home that we stayed in over the weekend. And we didn't even go really far, but it was a pool. The pool was beautiful. It was a lake behind the house. It had a bartesian in there, y'all. If you follow me on my page that I really post stuff on, listen, that bartesian, that thing $400, but I might have to go and get me one. Okay. Sweet P724, my friend, my mod, my member, my everything is in the chat. She says, hey Shay in chat. What's up? What's up? Thank you so much for joining, friend. Shout out to my mods that are in the chat. I appreciate y'all. Listen, because I told y'all I didn't know how to add people back, but now I figured it out. So now I can do it. Shout out to the Leos. Woo woo. Yes, he is a Leo. Him actually, it was my husband's birthday and my little nephew. His birthday was actually yesterday. So 2 Leos in one weekend, okay? And he turned 5 years old. So it was so funny, y'all. I'll probably show y'all in my members only, but we had we had a ball, y'all. So my sister-in-law got the great idea because we were going to do a slip and slide. And y'all, I'm just talking until we get to the 5-minute mark and I find my notes, child. But she put these showers. We were going to get a slip and slide, but I'm like, why pay $40 for a slip and slide? And we had one back home, but we were on vacation, so we were going to go to Walmart and get one. But then my sister-in-law, she put 4 shower curtains together. It was so nice. Like she said, I saw this on TikTok. So she put the 4 shower curtains together and some dish detergent at the top. We used the water hose. Them kids had the time of their life. You hear me? The time of their life. Okay. Sweet P724 says, "Happy birthday, Brian, my Leo brother." Yes, I will let him know. Oh yeah, because you finally got to see him. He finally got to see you in person, Sweet P. I told y'all Sweet P came to my birthday party and my husband finally got to meet her in person. Girl, I'm working late, but definitely tuned in. Oh, thank you so much for watching, friend. Miss Vaughn says, "Hey, Shay, caught you. I'm driving though." Okay, no worries. Be safe while you're driving. 10 and 2, 10 and 2, Miss Vaughn. But thank you so much for watching. And Miss Vaughn is also one of my members. I appreciate you. Montrez Jones is in the building. Thank you so much for joining. He says, "Hey, Shay. Hey, y'all. What's up? What's up?" I appreciate y'all for jumping on in. Y'all, I'm trying to find my notes for this thing, and this is just as crazy. But you know what? We just gonna get right into it. We just gonna get to talking because yeah, my notes are being rude, and we are after 5 minutes, and I just don't get it. Um, let me see, y'all. Oh no, no. Hold on, y'all. Give me a second. Child, my son running around the house like we still at the Airbnb. Cora said, "I saw the title and couldn't resist." Oh, come on in, friend. Thank you so much for watching. Yes, we're going to get started in just a second. Montrez is speaking to Sweet Pea, my mod, and she's speaking back to everybody. Look at her. She is just multitasking, okay? But y'all, let's just roll right in because I don't know what's going on with my notes. And frankly, we just might have to go ahead and wing it, unfortunately. Um, but yes, so beyond the gates, y'all, let me tell y'all what has been irking me more recently. Smitty. Yes, I said it. I know that y'all are like, "Oh, Smitty, he's okay to be upset." And I'm just so, Smitty should be, mad at Martin. No, he shouldn't. No, he shouldn't. And I'm gonna tell y'all why. Okay. I feel like Smitty is doing entirely team too much where it comes to Martin because that was a whole race situation, right? Now, once Martin explained to him that his grandfather and grandmother were the ones that urged him not to say something, I feel like there should have been some anger, of course, that is understandable, but it shouldn't be this whole, "Oh, I'm kicking you out and we about to probably possibly get a divorce over it." Because how long is Martin supposed to be out of the house? That's what I want to know. It's team too much. How long is Martin supposed to be out of the house because of this for this whole situation? What are you going to do? And if you get a divorce, now y'all got to go back and forth about the kids and this, that, and the third. And you don't want to fight with the Dupree family, obviously. So why? Why are we holding on to this grudge of foolishness? When Smitty, I'm pretty sure you've done some things that are virtually, upsetting. But now all of a sudden, Martin is just a big bad wolf. He's a criminal because of all this stuff. Let it go. I also want to talk about the child, the argulets. Okay, the argulets stopped arguing. They got through the production of it all, but and that tribute to Barbara was absolutely insane. Loved it. But I feel like Miss Anita is holding on to too many battles where it comes to Sharon and Tracy. I think that she's holding the torch. She's really holding all of the grudge here where it came to Barbara. And I feel like the whole Barbara situation is not just her fault. They decided to move forward without Barbara as well. They continue to work with Anita and sing with her currently because they needed money. So y'all kept going because you needed money. If your friendship with Barbara was just such on high on the totem pole than singing with Anita in the group, then y'all would have said, "We're not going to do this group unless Barbara going to sing with us too." And I also don't, I feel like there's more to Barbara and her taking herself up out of here. I feel like, Barbara, something else was going on with Barbara for her and aiding in her depression. Now, I feel like being a part of the Argulettes, that was something that probably aided in all of that. But I don't think that Anita should hold the torch for all of that. I really don't. Cora says now all that money Anita gave to Barbara family is going to Leslie. That's what people are saying. That's what people think, that the money is going to go to Leslie Crazy. What y'all think? Do y'all really think that Leslie is going to get all that money? Because I feel like, and that's going into this week, y'all, but that's okay. I feel like the money probably is going to go to Leslie, because why all of a sudden are we getting these random envelopes, and now her daughter is like urging her to open up these letters and things, and figure out where the money is coming from. Now, I feel like the call is a scam too, because why you got to get my social security number and all this stuff? They didn't open up the call with, oh, there's an inheritance for you, and we need to meet you, can you come down and verify your information somewhere, or whatever the case may be. It sounds like a scam to me, but I don't know. But I feel like now that they have brought out the fact that Anita is giving that money to the family, and she's been doing it anonymously all this time, then somebody has to have the money. People are saying that they feel like they think that it is Leslie's ex-husband. He's the, I guess, heir of Barbara, or whatever the case may be. So I guess she would be the next of kin. I don't know, child. We gonna see, because you know how this show do. They just make up shit, child. Cora says now all that money, yeah, she says, oh yes, it's a delay, but it's going to be her. Dang, I hope not. Mind you, Leslie, what are you doing with your money, sis? I really just want to know, Leslie, what the hell are you doing with your money? Because everybody giving you $50,000 at a pop, and you just doing whatever the heck you want to do. What are you buying? You live in an apartment. I would have at least paid my rent for the year. You know what I'm saying? Or for 2 years with 50,000. Well, no, you live in DC, so yeah, you paid your rent for maybe a year. So, child, I don't know. But also, okay, let's talk about Jacob, y'all. Let's talk about Jacob. Jacob is getting on my nerves. I loved how his father put him in his Fraganacle place last week. Jacob walked in on Elon, and gosh, everybody's name is escaping me, y'all. I feel like I'm having pregnancy brain or something, and I ain't pregnant. He walked in on Elon and Joey. Joey Badass is what I call him. And he's like, oh, I just knew you were in here. You were in on something. He walked in on him talking to him at the casino. So Elon is talking to Joey because, he didn't know that Joey was going to take it so far to have Marcel to off the guy that was stalking Smitty, Martin, and the kids. So he's like, listen, I don't want to have no more parts of this. This ain't what we agreed to. We got to let this go. We can't be doing this. Okay. I'm the chief of police. Like, I can't be involved in stuff like this. So Joey is like, you know what? Fair enough. We're done. I ain't getting into no shenanigans with you no more. So as they're calling a truce to this whole situation, here comes little pipsqueak son coming in here. I'm like, you know what? I can't. It is really, really, Jacob is really annoying. I can't deal with him anymore. It's like he loves his job more than he loves his family. And I'm trying to tell y'all, if that job ends today or tomorrow, they don't give a fuck about you. You act like they're going to pay your bills for the rest of your life, like this job is guaranteed to you. Now, I'm not saying that I'm not promoting nobody going out here and don't do your job, don't do what you're supposed to do, or whatever the case may be. That's not what I'm saying at all. However, That job will drop you like a hot potato. But you out here capping and slapping shoes for this job. You doing too much. You willing to lock up everybody in your family. But Elon uncovered that you actually aren't. But I would test Elon in that theory, because my thing is Jacob wanted to lock up his Naomi's mother. He wanted to lock Danny up. He wanted to lock up Nicole. But he didn't do it because Naomi would have been pissed off at him. So it's happy, he chose happy wife, happy life over the situation. But the whole time he wanted to lock her up. And I'm like, why would you want to do that? I just don't get it. I don't get it. I'm flabbergasted at how much of a kiss ass this guy is at work. I would not want to work with him. Now, all of the shit that Marcel and Elon are doing behind the scenes, I feel like that whole situation with Martin was just stupid. That didn't have to happen. Elon, you are the chief of police. Okay? Vernon called the chief of police to handle a situation with two racist guys that were trying to attack and steal money from them and harm them. Unfortunately, somebody was unalived in the situation, which was self-defense. It was self-defense. You had the chief of police come on site immediately to assess the situation. He could have easily written a police report, him or Marcel, and they could have handled it like that. I think that whole situation was extremely blown out of proportion, and it was just too much. It was team entirely too much. But it is what it is. Now they're in the situation that they're in. Martin has an overzealous husband that is just like, oh well, I'm a goody two shoes, I can do whatever the heck, I can say whatever the heck I want. I'm gonna put you out, and you need to be perfect, you need to walk the line. I feel like this family walks around acting like everybody has to be perfect, and it doesn't make any sense. Let's go into Andre. I hate that I don't have my notes, y'all, because I'm kind of trying to remember and bounce back and forth, but bear with me. We will have notes on Saturday when I do this week's review. Andre and Ashley. Let's talk about it. I still don't like it. I don't like it. And I'm going to tell y'all why I don't like it. There is no chemistry between Andre and Ashley. Ashley is totally on her high horse. And I want Derek to stop trying to get back with her. And I want Jacob to stop forcing Derek to try to get back with her. Jacob, read the room. You're supposed to be this superstar cop that you're reading situations, and you can read people's thoughts and this, that, and the third. And you can tell when somebody lying. You should be able to tell when your friend should stop trying to go after a bitch that don't want them. Ashley is smitten by Andre and the glitz and glam of what he can possibly. Now, my thing is, Ashley, you didn't want to be with Derek because I guess he didn't excite you enough. You didn't want him in your space, in your apartment, touching your things. You didn't want to share space with him. But now you want to share space with Andre. You want to travel the world with him. You want to leave. You were so pressed over this nursing job, but you're willing to go all around the world and with Andre. You make no sense. And I can't, let me tell y'all something. There's one thing I can't stand is an undecisive woman. I can't stand it. I can't stand a woman that their feelings are all over the place. You're very flighty. Ashley is just that person. She's very righteous, and she thinks that everybody's supposed to listen to her and what she says makes sense. No, it doesn't. You are very judgmental. You go telling Derek this and that and the third, and Shanice is this trifling person, and she trying to mess with your man, and you didn't even want him. You didn't want Derek anymore. It's like, I don't want to play with that toy no more, but I don't want you to play with it either. But you over Andre's house, you want to be kissing up on him, acting like you in Paris, living in La La Land. The chemistry is so not there. It is not there. I'm sorry, whoever casted Ashley, I don't know if her daddy is the director. Much like Tori Spelling, but at least Tori Spelling could she could actually act. But maybe that's the situation. Maybe her daddy is the director, the executive producer, the creator. I don't know, or her mama or somebody, and they didn't gave her a little part, and this part is just growing out of control. I don't get Ashley. Shanice needs to have more lines than Ashley. I find Shanice way more interesting than Ashley. And Shanice has a knack for being nosy than anybody that I've ever seen. Her standing at the damn the center, whatever they call that, where all the nurses gather here today to put their notes in the system, and she'd be like, she be all in everybody's stuff. I need her to have more than that. I need to know more about Shanice and less about Ashley, because Ashley is getting under my skin. I can't stand it. And it's not like, how a character like Leslie can ignite anger out of you or whatever. Even though we're going to talk about her character is getting stale to me too, and the drama is just senseless. It doesn't make any sense. But I feel like Ashley, it's not an anger that is a good thing where it's like you're the villain that I love to hate. It's really like, please get off my screen. Why are you here? Your acting skills are trash. You and Andre don't work together. It doesn't make sense. And Andre, I think that Andre wants to be with Ashley because he can control Ashley. I think that Ashley is so enamored by the what if or the glitz and glam that he represents. He can't outshine Danny. Danny already has it. Danny has already seen it all. Danny has been there, done that. She has money, she has the prestige. Andre wants somebody that's going to be beneath him, that he can act like he's showing her something, like he teaching her something. That's what it is. Now, did we ever think that Ashley was going to really be all that, like, I mean, that Danny and Andre were really going to be together? No. I didn't really think that that was a good match anyway. Now, I did like Danny, and that's for this week, though. We're going to talk about Saturday. But Danny and Brighton James, okay, I would like to see that. Now, I remember him from, was it The Young and the Restless? Um, was it The Young and the Restless that he was on? He was playing Devon Winters, right? Um, which child? I remember he had like a hearing aid or something. I remember I used to watch it's The Young and the Restless when I was young. He was wearing a hearing aid, and he lost his hearing. So it was interesting to me on Beyond the Gates. He wasn't wearing his hearing aid, but he's supposed to be the same character. Somebody remind me, because I remember him having like meningitis or something, and so it made him lose his hearing. This is on the show, and I don't know if his hearing came back. I don't know. I hadn't watched it ever since then, but I thought he was supposed to be wearing a hearing aid. But anyway, moving on. I would love to see something happen with Devon Winters and Danny, because Danny needs a grown man. And I need Danny to find her somebody that's going to get her away from thinking about Bill all day. I am sick and tired of Danny running after Bill. We have got to stop this. Bill and his fake baby with his child bride. I'm tired. Haley is not pregnant. She never was pregnant. And Bill, are you dumb? I wanted to go back, y'all, and find some pictures of Bill saw Randy. When Bill went to Joey's bar, Randy was in there. Bill, you supposed to be the fixer. You supposed to be this guy that just is there to do everything that he's supposed to do. You knew that Randy was supposed to be the one to take out the guy. How did you not recognize Randy as Sammy in your house? How did you not get it? That made absolutely no sense. Mind you, you got Haley got this man in your house after she done sprayed ketchup all over herself in the restaurant. Because Haley, in my opinion, for that miscarriage that she so-called had, first of all, she fell over that box. I think she tripped over that box on purpose because she was setting it up for her to have this so-called miscarriage. Now, people kept on saying, "Oh, Haley probably paying somebody off to the side to have a baby for her." You do y'all listen? I get all these theories that y'all have about these soaps, but do you understand that that makes absolutely no fucking sense? How could she be paying somebody to cook and have a baby for her when she would have to be visibly showing every month that she's pregnant? That wouldn't even make any sense. And her husband, as freaky as they are, he would see her naked, so she couldn't wear like a fake belly. Some of these theories that y'all come up with, I just be like, okay, now that's a little bit, that's a lot of bit out of control. Okay. But anyway, um, Danny, I need for you to find something else to do besides chase after Bill and let him know how much Haley is just a trifling, no good, treacherous hood booger that is over here trying to steal his money and pulling his heartstrings. And Haley just needs too much attention. Like, it's something with her. I feel like there's a relationship between her and Randy that would be interesting. Now, people were saying that what if Haley was Randy's baby mama or his ex-wife or whatever that he had kids with? That wouldn't make any sense because um um what's what's the white lady's husband, the other heart surgeon? What's his name, y'all? I gotta go back to the I be forgetting these people's list names. But anyway, the heart surgeon that has a gambling problem, he would have recognized Haley because him and Randy have been friends since high school or something like that, since back in the day from the old neighborhood. So he knows Randy. So that wouldn't even make any sense. He has to be connected to Haley in some sort of way, but I'm not sure exactly how he's connected to her. Or maybe she just paid him to do a job because he trifling and somebody recommended him as somebody that can do trifling shit and get away with it. Doug, that's his name. Doug and Randy. So Doug would have known if Haley and Randy were an item. So that wouldn't even make any sense. So anyway, Haley in this also Naomi, girl, come here, Naomi. Let me talk to you. Um, Haley basically admitted to you that she was faking this pregnancy. When you gonna tell your daddy? Did y'all listen to that scene? Like, I really want y'all to pay attention to that scene. She basically told her that she was faking the pregnancy. She lied still and said, "No, I really was pregnant." No, you weren't. You weren't pregnant, but you told her that the sonogram was fake and that you printed it off the internet. I needed Naomi to dive deeper into, okay, girl, so why would we need to do that? Why? But see, Naomi doesn't have any children, so maybe, she doesn't really know how all this stuff goes, so I'll give it to her for that. But Naomi, if some girl admits to me that she printed a sonogram off the internet, I would be telling my dad. There is no excuse that you could give me as to why that makes any sense. Mind you, on a sonogram, it tells you it has your name on it, which that sonogram did not have. It has your first and last name on it, and it has the hospital that printed it on there. Has all that information. Haley wouldn't know that because she doesn't have any children, so she obviously doesn't know what sonograms look like to make sure that she creates one that is believable. Bill is the fixer and he's supposed to know all this stuff, but you over here getting played like a fiddle. You look like a clown. Child, Haley, and then Haley she mentions that um the money that Bill is putting together for this baby every time she talks about this miscarriage or whatever. She's like, you didn't have to do that. This trust fund, and he just was like, I'm gonna put another $100,000 in there to show you how invested I am in us having another kid. Mind you, I'm, praise be to God, I've never had a miscarriage, right? But I have had friends that have. My friends wasn't wearing 5-inch heels the next day after having a miscarriage. My friends were not walking up and down the steps, walking around. My friends weren't talking about, I'm about, when can we have another baby? Now, is that a thought? Yes. But you're too busy mourning the child that you just lost. And you can't, and mind you, Haley rushed to the hospital to get checked to see if she could still have children. Your womb is so weak at this point that isn't even something that they can be looking into 1 to 2 days afterwards. You're still losing a lot of blood. Like, what are you even? This stuff didn't even make any sense. The reason why that lady was able to check her is because her ass was never pregnant. And I believe this doctor walking around in this white coat what is this, Union Memorial or whatever the hell. This lady ain't no real damn doctor. And I'm a need for Bill to look into this doctor. Because why isn't Haley going to her OBGYN? None of this makes any sense. None of this makes any sense. Also, Haley, you had a miscarriage at the restaurant. But you right back smack damn in the middle of your living room with your PJs on, looking through your phone the same day. The same day. They didn't even keep you overnight to check you, make sure you wasn't going to be bleeding too much and this, to make sure everything came out. None of that. Homeboy came back and got your phone. I wish Danny had this one time she was being nosy enough to go up to the damn hospital. And I wish Ashley was there so that she could see what the fuck was going on. Haley is such a liar. And for you to do this much to get attention and to draw Bill in, mind you, y'all were just saying that y'all weren't going to have children and y'all were content with that. And he was madly in love with you. You didn't need to create a whole baby just so that you could get more attention out of him and make him and feel more loved by him. It didn't make any sense. Child. Sweet Pea says, if she had a miscarriage, she would have had a D&C to remove any baby tissue. Oh, wow. Okay. Now, would she have been in the hospital? Would she have had to stay in the hospital overnight though, Sweet Pea? How's she home within an hour? Exactly. Exactly. You don't have to stay in the hospital overnight for a miscarriage that early. Oh, okay. Well, they were making it seem like she was far along and enough where she should be showing. So, child, I don't know. Unbelievable. I wish my husband would walk into our dining room and I have some big man sitting at the table and I have on a robe. I know that's right, Cora, because child, my husband wouldn't be having it either. Okay? My husband would not be having it either. Oh, Cora says Ashley broke HIPAA by telling Naomi. Yes, she did. She absolutely did. And mind you, Naomi, you don't know how to keep a secret, honey, because the way you walked up in there, like, you had a bone to pick with homegirl. Now, Haley could easily sue the hospital because she knows damn well that Ashley was the one that told you what was going on. You ain't just miraculously figure out this information. And you didn't even play coy with it. You walk right up in there. So you not pregnant? And where's your sonogram and this, that, and the third? Girl, what? Have some class. Have some class. Sonogram has how many weeks you are. Exactly. It also has that. So for him to not even notice that, and you done had two kids, now mind you, they grown and all that, but goddamn, Bill, I'm sure you done seen sonograms in some cases that you done did. Lillian Pickney says, "Hello, Shay Renee. What's up? What's up? Thank you so much for joining." Montrez Jones says, "Remember Randy took Haley to the hospital? He's somehow involved." Yeah, but they changed his name to Sammy though. So, but the thing is, Bill should know who Randy is. That's what I'm saying. Like, he saw Randy at Joey's place. That's why I don't get it. You such a fixer, but you dumb. Who is that doctor lying for Haley? Yeah, that lady, that's an actress. Okay, she is a paid actress. Montrez Jones says, and how did Haley get back up? Right. Is that doctor her mother? Yeah, this might be a whole scam, crazy work. Okay, we looked at those. Terry T Baby for Life is in the building. What's up? What's up? Bright smile. She says, "Hey Shay Moz in chat. What's up? What's up?" No, she would have gotten discharged the same day. Oh, okay. She was 10 weeks. Oh, got you. Okay, 10 to 11 weeks along. Got it. Okay, so she was right. She was still in that first trimester. Cora says Bill knows so wide open for Haley, he didn't pay attention. Exactly. So that's why I'm like, Haley, you could be stealing his money in other ways. You ain't have to pretend and do all this. And my thing is, Bill, you just slipping. You are losing it and slipping. But y'all, let's talk about Martin, Smitty, and the children. Now, let me tell you something. Tyrell, he might be the new Terrell St. Patrick, okay? Tariq St. Patrick, okay? The world's most hated teenager. All right. Now Tariq is grown now, but Terrell gets on my nerves. Terrell Richardson, you can go and kick rocks, okay? That little boy need ass whooping. That's what he needs. The way he talked to his daddy at that table, and that's this week's episode, but the way he just talks shit, the way that Samantha is trying to get them back together, Smitty and Martin. But Terrell is acting like he got a grudge, like y'all not telling us everything. You're a kid. You don't know what you're doing. You let a strange man in your house to play chess that had gauze on his forehead. Are you silly? You absolutely are. But you somehow know more than your parents do. Oh, they're not telling us everything. And this, that. Shut up. Shut up, Tariq. Terrell, your name is Tariq because you just as dumb and green as he is, thinking you want to become a drug dealer, like you want to be Tariq, think you know everything, you want to be in charge of all the goons. You are not nearly equipped to control the Duprees, okay? Tyrell, you lost your ever loving mind. That's what you did, okay? Lost all your freaking marbles because, sir, are you kidding me? How are you going to demand people? Mind you, how do you know that there's more to the story of what happened with your father? Why do you need to know more? Why do you need to know that he off the guy? You be the last person I tell, because it be all over the internet or on your little chat that you got going on at the school, because you don't know what the hell you talking about or what you're doing. Terrell need a good old switch to the ass. That's what he need, and he be the one I may go outside and pick one. Okay, go on out there and pick your poison. Okay, like they used to do to us in the old days. All right, go. Say my mama ain't never make me do that, but I just imagine that's what he need. Okay, that's exactly what he need. Cause Terrell is getting on my damn nerves. And Samantha, baby, I understand. I understand that you want to take care of your brother, you want to have your family back together, and this, that, and the third. But your father, Smitty, is very he's an idiot. To put it very not wastefully. He's an idiot. And you know, They are old enough, apparently. Samantha was 9 when they were taken away from their mother, or whatever the case may be. They're old enough to remember the trauma that now we know June is the mom, which we all kind of speculated that, and we speculated correct. I feel like they know the trauma that they had, and they've been with. That means if she was 9, I wonder if Terrell is just a year or two older than her. If they're 17, I think Terrell is a senior or a junior in high school or whatever, and maybe Samantha's a freshman. I don't know. But Samantha, I'm sorry, y'all. She look a little old in the face. I don't know how they have her playing a teenager that young. Now, in her headshot photo, she looks really young. But on the show, she definitely looks 30. And she is 30 for real in real life. But moving on. Samantha, yeah, she might be a freshman. So if that's not she was 9 and she's a freshman in high school, then that would mean that she is 14, right? So they would have only been with Smitty and Martin for what, 6 or 7 years. That's not really, yeah. That's a long time, but not enough time for them to forget who their mother is and the trauma that they experienced with her. So I just think that Terrell and Samantha, they need to just take a big old mind your fucking business pill. I think they just really need to mind their damn business. That's what they need to do. Because you're demanding a lot of information that is not gonna serve you any purpose. By them telling you that your daddy done killed somebody, what you gonna do about it? What you gonna do with that information? Go sit down, do your homework, take the trash out. Terrell. Do Tyrell, go take trash out. That's what you do. Moving the fuck on. And Smitty, let Martin back in the house. Cause I'm tired of him moping around his grandparents' house and leaving his shit around the house for granddaddy Vernon to be tripping over it on the way out the house, and him lying to Anita about where the fuck he was going. Cause he talking about he going to Banneker early because school's starting. Where was you going, Vernon? You think you're slick, but we're going to talk about that. But y'all, let's get to a really, really, really big thing. Really, really big thing. It's been 5 years. Duh, 9 plus 5 is 14. I was trying to calculate between her and Terrell's age and trying to find an average. But yeah, 5, 9, and 5 is 14. Thank you, D. Um, No, they are not twins. Yeah, thank you for making that clear. A lot of people keep saying that they're twins. They're not twins. Um, yeah, she's 30 in real life. He has to a year, I think. Okay. Tyrell and Samantha need to stay in a child's place. Yes, they do. It's going to be interesting how the June storyline plays out. Yeah, that is going to be interesting because June is not, number one, to she's not in a place to do anything where it comes to the children. She can't provide them with anything. I don't get it. Redhead Cat says it wasn't Elon's jurisdiction. They were in the boonies. The police were probably racist too. Got it. Yeah, that whole situation was just, that's a sticky situation. Gemini, Nola girl is in the building. What's up, friend? And also one of my members, Haley, is mentally ill. Yes, she is. Absolutely. Okay. Absolutely. Because for you to come up with such a diabolical plan to do something like that, to act the way that you're acting and get into like pretend to be pregnant, that's insane to me. It's crazy. Vernon is a good guy. I can't see him cheating. I don't think he's cheating, but he doing something. And Tracy was smiling at him a little bit too much. I don't know. But Vernon was skipping on about that house doing something early that he ain't supposed to be doing. How Martin's daughter looked, the DA, huh? How Martin look daughter look the DA. Child. I don't know. Let me see. I know D probably gonna rewrite that. Um, I'll read it when you put the comment back. Or tell me what you meant by DA. Tracy wants herself a Vernon. Yes, she does. She want Vernon. She wants the original. Martin's daughter. How Martin's daughter? Martin's daughter looks the same as Martin. The brother looks like the younger of the two. Yeah, he does. He definitely does. He looks younger than Samantha. I agree with that. He actually looks like, and he's 30 years old too, by the way. But he plays, he's yeah, he's played older than her, and he definitely doesn't look it. Sweet pea laughing. But y'all, let's talk about, I think this is one of the other big things I wanted to talk about. I'm gonna just go through the people. Nicole, Ted, and what's the friend's name that works at the, he's the other heart surgeon. Not heart surgeon. He's the other surgeon. He practices with Ted. He's his friend. He also plays on Sisters. Must be his role. Like he plays on Divorced Sisters. His name is Javon, and he trying to steal somebody's wife too. So now he on here trying to steal somebody's wife. What's his damn name, y'all? Carlton. Yes, child. So what do y'all think about Carlton trying to kiss up on and rub up on Nicole so quick? That is so trifling to me. And let me tell you something. Carlton, you are about to eat. This is not what you, this is not what you want to do. They say don't eat where you shit. You have a whole business with this man. You're willing to jeopardize your business to try to get with his wife that hasn't even had a divorce yet. It's crazy. There's so many other women that you could be dealing with. I just think that is just way too far. It's way too far. Now, Ted, I'm about to get in your ass right now because Ted, you're not doing shit to get your wife. Fight, Ted. Like, I would rather, and that's another thing. They showed that scene where Ted walked up on them at the restaurant with Carlton sitting at the table with Nicole, but we haven't even revisited that. We didn't see the continuation of that, but we go into Ashley and Andre and all this foolishness. Why didn't we get to see what happened? What was the outcome of that? Nicole is supposed to be serving Ted with divorce papers this week as well. You know, Ted, honestly, you deserve it because at this point you haven't done anything, absolutely nothing to get her back. Absolutely nothing to get her back. It's crazy, astronomically crazy. Oh, my girl Kalani is in the building. What's up, Kalani? Also, one of my members, she says, hey. Hey, look, she making me speechless, y'all. I'm choked up. What's up, girl? Thank you for joining, friend. Kalani Harrelson says, hey, Ted did his dirt. He did. He did do his dirt. But I don't know, y'all. I'm also like, let's go to therapy or something. It's 20 years ago. Let's go to therapy and work it out, you know? And for Nicole to be a therapist, I would have thought that that would have been her first angle to try to work on it. You know what I mean? Like, let's talk it through. Let's get through it. Sweet P724 says Carlton looks like he always wanted Nicole. I think he did too. He definitely has been very open and honest about that because he even told Ted in the beginning, he was like, you messing up a good thing. You messing up a good thing, you know. And it's like I think in earlier episodes, he told him, I'm gonna give you some time to get her back, but if you don't, I'm coming for her. I think he told him that. No way Nicole is going to cheat with Carlton, child. I don't know. I don't put nothing past her now. She got a little Danny coming up out of him. Him and Danny would have been good. I think so too. I think that would have made so much more sense. Kalani Harrelson says, okay, camera. Yes, this camera is crystal clear. Okay, it's showing all my dark spots and everything. The vacation is showing on my face. The vacation was vacationing. Okay, the tan lines. Oh, you can't see them under my sports bra, but child, a time was had. Okay, a time was definitely had with my family. But thank you. I try to do some better things for y'all with the camera. Kalani Harrelson says he hasn't. Oh, he hasn't. Um, what he hasn't? What did he do, Kalani? Let me go back. Maybe something I said. Ted Tweet P724 says Ted let Nicole go. He ain't even try to fight for her. He didn't. He has done absolutely nothing to get her back. Ted got money. He bought some cheap flowers. Right. And my thing is, okay, send her flowers every day. Every single, actually, I think he was doing that, and Nicole told him to stop. Kalani Harrelson says, yes, he made it known. Yeah, but oh yeah, he did. Yes, he did. I think that Carlton gonna go after her, but I feel like that ain't the way to go. That's just trifling. Like, why? Like, you don't need Carlton. You can be with somebody else, but Carlton, that ain't the move. That ain't it right there. But Ted, you have done absolutely nothing to get your wife back. Absolutely nothing. The way you let I don't know the answer to the parent issue. Hold on. Sorry, y'all. I had a quick email from work. Um, Please give me a call next week to discuss the above. Okay, anyway, sorry, y'all. I, Ted, you have let Leslie in your hotel room several times. You have given her money. You knew that your daughter was going to give Leslie the money. You knew that. Why do you keep talking to her? That's what I don't get. Why? Just why? I just Ted, you don't want this woman. You don't want her. Gemini Nola Girl says, I know Shay, I wouldn't ordinarily encourage Nicole to work it out, but I low-key want them to work it out. I do want them to work it out. I do too. Like, I feel like, honestly, the chemistry was more so apparent with the other Ted. Like, I feel like the original Ted and Nicole, they looked really, really cute together. But I just off GP. I just want them to work it out. It's too much. It's crazy. I don't get it. Ted, leave that lady alone. Leave her alone. Stop messing with Leslie. There is no need for you to mess with her. There's no need to open the door for her. Eva is a grown woman. She doesn't, it's not like she's a child and she needs something and you just now finding out that, she's your child and y'all need a parent together. You don't. Eva is grown. If you need to give Eva some advice or Eva needs something from you, she can call you. Speaking of Eva, let's talk about Eva, Tomas, and Kat. So Kat gave up the cat and the dick wasn't good. Okay. Let me just say this, Kat. You don't know what good dick is, honey. You don't. You don't. Tomas is not giving a virgin an orgasm right off the bat. You so busy. And the first time you trying to make sure you trying to navigate around the pain because something going in there that you ain't never had go up in there before. Okay, that's for starters. Now the second time, now Tomas, that might be on you, sir. That might just. I almost want him to sleep with Eva just to see if it's just Cat and her cat. Maybe her cat is not purring. Okay. I want to see if Eva can kind of give him the growl, the crunch that he needs. Maybe she can ride him cowgirl. Okay. Maybe she can gallop into, desire and orgasmville with Tomas because they're experienced and they know what they're doing, right? So Tomas seems to be having a good time in Kat's cat, but Kat's cat is not eating. It's not doing well. It's not eating that dick up well. It's not. She doesn't like it. Nope. Doesn't like it. Mm-mm. Now this situation right here, Eva, Tomas, and Kat. I really don't mind if Eva end up with Tomas because really, Kat don't really want Tomas. They didn't really. They seemed very forced to me. Um, yeah, they seem very forced to me. It's the chemistry wasn't really there with them either. And Tomas and his blank stares that he has more chemistry with Eva, in my opinion. Um, but yeah, Cat, yeah, girl, it wasn't good, honey, because he ain't the stroke ain't stroking. He ain't stroking. Okay, maybe you need to find you. Maybe you should try a black man. Get you some strong like bull, and get him to go ahead and play chess up in your cat and move some pieces around, some pawns and things, and checkmate to the orgasm. Maybe that's what you need. Maybe that's what you need to do. But hey, Kat, more power to you and your clitoris. I don't know. I don't know. Moving on. Cora says, "Oh my, Eva is going to end up with Tomas. Cat may just give him to Eva. Yeah, she might need to go and pass him on down the road. Okay." D. Herfer says, "But she knew it wasn't Tomas." Cat may be also. Child, please not another one on the. I mean, that's enough. We got Martin and Smitty. We got that's enough. I mean, child, listen. You got in that whole situation with Chelsea, Madison, and Allison. It's too much. Allison is crazy as a June bug, and I need her to get the fuck on. Kat, maybe we said that. Kalani says to Cora, she's gonna drag him to Orphe Jeans by the hand to Eva. Show him right in front of her talking about here, girl. Not here, girl. Girl, just take him, girl. The dick broke. He broke like, I can't. Child, I don't even know how to ride a dick, and this dick don't work. I can't do it. Also, Kat, do you have a bedroom? Because for the Duprees to have all this money, honey, get a bedroom. Why y'all keep fucking on the couch? You came out of the bathroom in the shower this week and fuck on the couch. Where is your bedroom? And I know Kat is bougie ass ain't sleeping on no couch. And that's her room. That's why I was like, why does she have to call Chelsea to be like, girl, girl, listen, if it's a sock on the door, girl, like you ain't got to do that. Go in your room. And if you scream into the top of your lungs out of pleasure, which clearly you're not, then that's you in your room. It's got to be 2 bedrooms in this damn pool house or whatever this extra house is called. Miss B, also one of my members. Hello. She says, "Hey, says stop by to give my like. I'm not gonna go live to I'm not gonna I'm gonna go live too. Have a great show. Are you going live too or no? Y'all check out so what you think. This is Miss B. She goes live every day about Beyond the Gate. So if you want up to date everyday reviews, that is your girl. Okay, she does a great job. I was trying to see what time you were going live before I got on here, but I had camera issues, so I was like, let me just get on and get it done because I'm already 2 weeks behind, child. Cora says, yes, Kalani. Gemini Nola girl says, I'm sick of Kat and she only slept with him to one up Eva. She knows Tomas and Eva have chemistry. Yeah, she do. They read books and shit together. They like the same shit. She might as well just let her have them. She don't even like the same stuff. Like they don't have the same chemistry that Eva and Tomas have. That's for damn sure. Kalani says, right. D. Herfer says the representation is here enough, turning into Grey's Anatomy. Right. That's what I'm saying. And I don't want it to, let me say this, y'all. I don't want it to seem like I'm like, oh, only straight people need to be all over the place. No. It's like we get it. We know that it needs to be out there. Everybody wants to be represented. Cool. We got the interracial relationship represented here. We got girl on girl, man on man. We got divorced people. We got married couples. We got cheating couples. We got the single girls trying to live their life. We got the married couple that's trying to figure it out. We done pinpointed all the things. We done pinpointed all the things. That's what we don't need to add some more. It's just we don't need to keep adding more of one element. Like we have all these different elements. You want to keep on adding more and more of this one thing. That's not what the show is about. That's not what the show is about. Okay. So yeah, it's doing too much. Cora says, Lord, they have no bedroom. It looks like Kat and Chelsea live in a pool house with no bedrooms. Right. Even Carlton and Will had their own bed. Oh, wait a minute. Did one of them sleep on the couch in the pool house on Fresh Prince? Remind me, y'all, did Will sleep on the couch? Or did they have their own bedrooms in the pool house? I feel like they both had their own bedrooms in the pool house on Fresh Prince. Cora says, Lord, oh, we read that. Sweet P724 says, yep, they live in the pool house. Yeah, so they both need to have a damn bedroom. Cat looks like a lazy lay. Yeah, she's a pillow princess. That's why she need a bed. Mm-hmm. Because I don't feel like Tomas able to lay her down properly. And I know he ain't bending that cat over because she don't know how to arch her back and throw it back. She don't know how to do any of that. So it's like it would be a waste of time on the couch. The couch is a place for experience fucking. Okay. You don't know what you're doing yet, sis. Okay. You laying there like a sprawled out snapping turtle. Now you do got that snapping turtle. That thing snapping back. Okay. But you don't know how to throw it back. You don't know how to participate. You got to know how to fuck back. You know what I mean? She don't know how to do that. Cat can't work her cat yet. All right. Cat can't work her cat. But that's okay. Maybe third time's the charm with somebody else. Just fuck somebody else. That's just what we need to do. Cora says, why couldn't Cat just go to Thank you. Go to Tomas' house since they don't have a bedroom. They don't look comfortable doing it on the couch. They absolutely don't. They absolutely don't. And she ain't learning no tricks of the trade on the couch. Okay. He just can't. Sweet P724, right? She does a pillow princess. Definitely a pillow princess for sure. She does look a little lazy, child. Right. Yeah, cat girl, cat got your tongue, your orgasm, and your clit. Okay, she don't know what she doing. Don't know what she doing, honey. Cat, just stop. Just don't even fuck no more. Just don't even do no more, cause you ain't ready for this. You ain't ready for this, and yeah. Good luck. Moving on. Who else we ain't talked about, y'all, from the last 2 weeks of episodes? We talked about Andre. We talked about. Oh, can we talk about Danny kissing Andre in the front of the concert? Yeah, Danny, you did a whole lot for somebody that don't really know what you trying to do with this man, and you making out with him on the front row. Okay, girl. Okay, girl. Do your thing, sis. But child, that was a lot of bit of lot. That was a lot of bit of a lot, okay? A whole lot. But good luck, girl. Um, I just feel like this whole show is I love the fact that we have a lot of drama in the arsenal. We have a lot of drama in the arsenal, but we need to start trying to solve some stuff. Like Leslie, what are we gonna do with her? Because if she not gonna be with Ted, she's over here. That's why I feel like y'all are right about the money going to Leslie, because she needs something else. She needs another storyline, because Ted obviously right now anyway is not going to be with her. Okay. She can't keep on, oh, I'm going to take money from Ted every 5 minutes. That can't be her thing. So what else is her manipulating Eva? That's not interesting anymore. So this whole situation with her somehow being intertwined with the Duprees, that's gonna be crazy once they find out she the one gonna get the money. Now, the fact that Anita did it anonymously, all that's going to do is it's voluntary that she's setting up this trust for them and that she's putting money in it, right? All she'll do is just stop putting money in it, and then Leslie is going to get that money and she going to spend it, and then she going to be broke again. So this is like a rolling cycle of foolishness. And what happened? Wasn't there scene where somebody came to the door, or maybe that was in the preview for this week, that some lady came to the door and she was like, "You," or something like that. Was that last week that happened? We didn't even explore who this person was. I don't know. And June, oh, we didn't talk about June and her sister. So June, I don't know why Naomi has this like infatuation with June and what's going on in her life and what she doing. But I'm gonna need Naomi to not try to force them to have Tyrell and Samantha rush to meet their mother, their birth mother, rather. You and Jacob, Naomi and Jacob, the Hawthorns are just walking around fucking shit up all over the place. Y'all are both so overly righteous and overzealous with shit that y'all marriage gonna end up being over because David, Jacob, when he said you do prees, that's what I wanted to talk about. The last week when he was like, you do prees at you act like you're above the law. Jacob, number one, I didn't like the way you said that because it sounded like you people, and it sounded very WP esque. If you don't like the Duprees, why the fuck are you in their family? It's like everybody want to benefit from the Duprees, but they don't want to have to deal with what comes with being around them. It's rather strange to me. The entitlement of people to have access to the Duprees and the things that they provide, but you don't want to have to deal with them. You don't want to have to be loyal. That's crazy. Jacob, I'm just gonna say this. I hope they don't never fire your ass from the damn force. I really hope, because you are taking that job over your wife, your family, your everything. You work for your family. You go to work to get a paycheck so that you can supply and be there for your family financially. You don't go to work to establish your life. Like this is my life. I'm more dedicated. Anytime you more dedicated to your job than your family, you got to reevaluate some shit. And maybe you shouldn't be married. Marry your fucking job. That's what you need to do. And the Duprees, child, I would put him on the longest of ropes. He wouldn't be able to. He was so mad that Naomi would like Naomi. I appreciate her telling the truth about her grandfather giving her $1 with, so she didn't have to so she had to do client privilege or whatever the case may be. I appreciated her telling the truth about that. But Naomi, child, just I don't know. I don't know if you and Jacob gonna stay together, honey. I don't know. I just don't know. Sweet Pea says, yes, June and Regina had me crying too. Yes, that was a very powerful scene, though. That was very powerful. June and Regina, that the sisters kind of coming back together and finding that connection. June, I didn't know that June was we didn't know that initially with her living under the bridge or whatever, that she was a drug addict. I thought she just had mental health issues, but we learned from Regina that she had a drug problem. And so I don't know if that ruined a lot of her memory or whatever, and that's why she didn't even remember having children. But she remembered a lot of the turmoil in her relationship with Regina, but you didn't remember your own kids. Let me tell you something. Childbirth ain't no punk. And to go through it 2 times, June, and you didn't remember, she was smoking some powerful shit. She was smoking some powerful shit. Mm, 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 mm. I don't know. But yeah, that was, I loved that scene with them. We'll talk about that on Saturday in more detail. Scene, my speech to text is messing me up. Oh no, I think I read you correctly, right? Did I? You know, we be kindred spirits, Kalani. I be knowing what you saying. Montrez Jones says, "Yep, some lady comes to Leslie's house. That's either Thursday or Friday." Got it. Okay, I remembered that from the preview. Then I didn't know if I saw that already or not. That may be for that check. Somebody may be coming over and like, girl, I've been trying to call you. We try and give you this money. Um, Montrez Jones says, if Jacob ever gets fired, he's going to be a lost cause. Right. Because what you going to do now? I hate for him to be the damn manager at the grocery store, child. He going to be pencil whipping the fuck out of every. You know, you shouldn't be eating that from your body mass index. It says that you shouldn't have this much bread. You should probably not do that. He just like the type that'll be like a stickler with every fucking thing. This sell by date, yeah, this is unacceptable. You know what? You might need to get fired. Like Jacob, no, he do too much. He do way too much. Kalani Harrelson says the actress that plays June has a good movie on All Black channel called Shamed. She's very pretty too. Yeah, I've seen pictures of her. She is beautiful. She's beautiful. She's had I've seen her with her hair short and colored, and then she has like long hair at some point. She is absolutely gorgeous. Listen, she's like one of those Tyler Perry actresses where he make them look crazy as hell. Or y'all remember on Sisters, the her name was Leslie. Was her name Leslie Dana too? Oh God, I hope Tyler Perry is not writing on this show at all on Beyond the Gates. I think her name was Dana Leslie. Her name was Dana Leslie. The cop on Sisters early on with Fatima and Andy when Gary was stalking her or whatever, or they were trying to get Gary away from Andy or whatever the case may be. But the lady's name was Dana Leslie, and she had this wig that looked like it was turf on her head. But I saw her pictures in real life, how she looks on her headshots, and she's extremely gorgeous. So I'm like, they be having people look crazy. Lisa O says, but y'all, mental health ain't no joke either. Oh, it's definitely not. It is definitely nothing to play with. And that stuff sneaks up on you. People think that that stuff is just something that you just, anything can cause a trauma in your brain. Like stress, like trauma, experiencing illness, sadness, certain things like that. It is sad. It's sad. I think that be her mom. Oh, that lady coming to the door. Child, we gonna see. Kalani Harrelson says, I don't know why I think Leslie comes from a rich family, but she separated herself from them some time ago. Why else would she get a potential inheritance? Well, remember, Kalani, they're saying that they think that people are speculating that the trust that Anita put together for Barbara, that somehow Leslie is going to be the one to inherit it. That's what people are speculating. I don't know how how much truth is in that, but um, that's the next thing that everybody's looking for to happen anyway. But y'all, that is it. I think we covered everything. I will be back later on tonight, maybe, to talk sisters, okay? Because we are this is episode 4 now, I think. I'll be back to talk about sisters so we can get up to date with that. And then tomorrow morning, I will come on and talk about hot topics and Heart and Hustle Houston. Okay. We are 2 episodes in with Heart and Hustle Houston, and I'm liking it. It's a cute little episode. I just that Alani or Elena, Y'all think she pretty, but she got some shit with her. I done seen some things about her that I got to say about her in this from this second episode. But we're gonna talk about it tomorrow. But y'all, thank y'all so much for watching. Please, please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share this video with anybody that's watching the show with us too. And I will see you later on this evening to talk about sisters. All right. Peace out, y'all. Love y'all. Mean it.